I don't know about you, but I'm secretly looking forward to the Dark of the Moon toy line. The reason is that on the other lines everything seems to have been sports cars recently. It's given me a bit of a phobia.
Ugh.
And so, to redress the balance, I'm having to take a hefty course of... which is why today's review is going to be about Binaltech Skids. The transition of Skids from the old character into the movieverse certainly hasn't been easy. He's gone from being a pacifist, a scientist, someone of intellect and morals, somebody who doesn't like the war and just wants a quiet life, pottering around and picking up supplies. If Postman Pat had changed his favourite colour, this guy would have been a shoo-in. But sadly, when the movie rolled around, he became a bumbling, buck-toothed moron. But we're not going to be interested in that. Let's forget it existed and focus on what we've got here. This guy's a fine example of the game Hunt the Diecast. It's in the door panels, the front door panels, the bonnet, all the way around the front end. He's really weighty, but despite the whole back end being plastic, he's not unbalanced. He features all of the gimmickry that nearly every Binaltech or alternator toy had. There's the opening doors, opening rear doors this time, opening bonnet, opening boot. He has engine detail, the front wheels steer in tandem. In fact, the only really duff thing about the vehicle mode is the fact that he's obviously got his feet in the boot. I'm not sure what you could pretend they were, because they don't look like anything at all. So Skids in his robot mode. The black, the red and the silver come in and they break up the big blocks of blue and make him a lot more interesting. It's quite a good sort of proportion. He looks quite humanoid. I like these sort of Gundam-ish shin guards. I love the fact that they've kept the shoulder wings on there. I think that's absolutely brilliant. A nice nod back to the original. But you can't argue that he is very dorky and quite awkward. So if we steal a theoism, he's dorkward. But the reason I love this figure is so simple. This represents my inner geek, and maybe the inner geek in all of us. He's slightly paunchy. He's wearing a backpack. His rucksack even has straps that come over the shoulders. He's got these kind of big, goofy trainers and his slightly double chin head. He's even got his name on his rucksack. And the fact that the character himself is one who never wanted to fight and be in the war. He just wanted to chill out and get groceries. It's reflected in the fact that his weapon turns into this utterly feeble pistol. But it suits the character perfectly. He's just carrying it about and he doesn't really know what he's going to do with it. Chances are it only fires water anyway. He's a scientist, and he's a quiet guy, and he just wants to stay at home and do a jigsaw. Problems are hilarious. 1, he seems to be wearing cycling shorts. 2, he's got these amazing bum panels which are made from the back of the seats. He's got the biggest square lardy arse you've ever seen. Critical problem, I would say, with this mould, and I don't know if it just affects mine. I have a feeling it would affect all of them in time, which is that his feet are on ball joints, and his entire chest is made of die-cast. And you can see where that's going. It's going face first off a shelf. If you have the alternator one, the problem with the die-cast obviously goes away because there isn't any, so he'll stand just fine. He does have a weird colour scheme, but you can get rid of that with isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to put up a mod video and show you how. If you like the aesthetic, if you like the fact that he is a representation of the quieter, softer, less warlike side, if you take him at that face value that he is not a warrior, that he's not a con man or a brutal hand-to-hand combatant or a leader or a crack shot with a gun, and he is just who he is. He's just adorable for it. The actual transformation's brilliant, the alt mode is flawless, and the robot mode I really can't quibble with. He's one of those few toys that I just endlessly have time for. I am going to replace him with an alternator like I am with all of my Binaltechs, simply because I just get terrified of even touching the damn things. But even if he gets replaced, I think we're going to keep this one. So, Binaltech Skids then. A transformer for and of the common geek.